Well, you've arrived here. For those who haven't seen the short video, here are the questions. If you've seen them, you can pass on 1 minute. Now is the time to understand what I'm saying. Can I ask you a few questions? Be honest with yourself. If you stayed until now, it means that I caught your attention. First question, are you happy with yourself? Second question, do you like what you do? Third question, how often do you exercise? The fourth question, how often do you consume sugar? Fifth question, do friends support you in everything you do, or do they judge you from time to time? Sixth question, do you like to spend the money you get or invest? Let's get started. The first question was about being honest with yourself. To make you understand, I want you to think about whether everything you have so far makes you proud of yourself, or at some moments you have some negative thoughts about yourself. For example, that you could be better because you're wasting your time doing some things that don't benefit you. Did you give your answer? Well, now comes my opinion. If you have chosen that you are proud of yourself, it means that this video is not worth wasting your time. If you have some negative thoughts about yourself and the wasted time affects you, see how I can help you. Identify those moments when you don't feel at peace with yourself. After you've identified them, try to replace them with something that develops your creativity and would make you more ambitious with yourself every day. For example, reading a book, documenting a certain subject that interests you and would give you great pleasure to exploit it in the future. Spend more time with your family. For some, this would seem harmful, but I guarantee that when you have a problem, they are the only ones who will help you immediately. We could talk a lot about this topic, but let's move on. The second question was if you like what you do. If you like what you do, it means that you are a blessed person and you have made a path that you follow with pleasure, from which it can be deduced to some extent that you are happy with yourself. If you don't like what you do, I can tell you the following. Who stops you from reprofiling yourself on something that would really eliminate the stress brought by a job that doesn't make you happy? Who stops you from developing other talents that you are certainly not aware of? I can tell you with confidence that the thing that stops you is laziness. Nothing is impossible. How do I know? I was there. The third question was about physical exercises, whether you like doing them or not. If you like making them, I can tell you that I'm happy for you. If you don't like to do physical exercises, it means you are lazy. So you could overcome your laziness and at the same time have a much more active and healthy life than at present. In addition, it also brings you a much greater self-confidence after you see the results. If you are interested in this topic and want nutrition advice, don't forget to leave a comment. Next was the sugar question. As far as I remember, I would be a hypocrite to say that I don't like sugar, but I have noticed its negative effects. If you are an occasional consumer of sugar, you can pass on. For those who love sugar, you should keep looking because sugar is an invisible enemy of the body. I will give the most important 5 examples because time is precious for everyone. Sugary foods and beverages are often high in calories and low in nutrients. Consuming them in excess can lead to weight gain and obesity. Consuming too much sugar can overload the liver, leading to the accumulation of fat and potentially causing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. While sugary foods may provide a quick energy boost, they often lead to rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels, leaving you feeling tired and lethargic. Sugar can trigger the release of dopamine in the brain, similar to addictive substances, more addictive than cocaine. This can lead to cravings and a cycle of overconsumption. Research has found a link between high sugar consumption and an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and mood swings. Let's turn our attention to the 5th question. Do you have friends who support you in everything you do? If so, it's a good sign, but not entirely. A friend who supports you in everything you want to do, even if those things are future or trivial, does not mean that he really wants your best. It may mean that he is not really interested in you and the only real reason he is following you is to exploit. Maybe he has something to gain from you and doesn't want to lose these things. This is just a simple example. You're smart. You can definitely see more than that. If he doesn't totally agree with you, in my opinion, it means that that friend really cares about you because even though you make bad decisions, the fear of losing you as a friend is less than the fear of you taking it on the wrong path. Even though it's about physical exercises, wrong choices in life, drugs, etc. The last question was about money. Do you like spending money? Normally, it was a rhetorical question. The real question is if you can afford to lose the money you like to spend. If you can afford to lose it, it means that this question is not for you. But if you have a limited amount of money, why spend it on useless things, such as new phones, expensive clothes, casinos, thinking that you will get rich, but when you get home, does your wife still fighting with you? With the money you spend on useless things, I would recommend you to put it aside and later with it to make an investment in future cryptocurrencies with a 1,000 times greater possibility of producing money for you than casinos or new phones that I'm sure you don't use at full capacity. So the phone you have in your pocket now is much more than good. Finally, thank you for staying until the end. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe.